folks, today is Saturday. We're here at the allotment. It's an absolutely stunning day today. Today's plan is to finish the shed, definitely, and to plant some onions up, hopefully. We'll see how that goes. We're going to have to try and break down the soil that was on the shady part of the plot, but we'll give that a go now and we'll see what happens. Okay folks, the shed is done. Literally is finished now. The easiest option I decided down here was just to put up, I got some feather edging off my parents, it was just left over, so I've just put that there, and eventually what I might do is feather edge it all. I don't know if you can see that, the sun's in my eyes. But yeah, eventually that's what we're going to do. So the shed's all done and we started moving stuff in as well, as you can see. So as you can see, this chest of drawers we had in the house we weren't using, so I thought I'd bring it down, and we can use it for all our tools and suits. So all our screws, and then in here all our bits and bobs. So we've still got to move everything else in. We've brought down the tea and coffee and everything like that, and we've put the tools up on the side of the shed. My theory is I may as well have them on display. If someone's going to break in, and they're going to break in anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So yeah, all we've done is we've bought these little hooks from the pound shop. I think you get 6 in a pack, I think it is. So we've put a few of them up, just to put the tools on. We've put a few screws in, that way then we know where everything is, and all this is sort of the everyday stuff, all the big tools, and then everything else will just go in here. And by here I'm going to eventually build like a little potting station or something like that just in here as well. But as you can see, absolutely stunning day here, really nice. So yeah, let's crack on. Okay folks, I'm having a bit of a mare, if I'm honest, of a day. I'll show you now, but I'm trying to do the where the onions are going to go. It's just so bogged down with clay, it's not breaking up at all. We've had a good go with the hand cultivator and the fork, but it's just not breaking up. It's so clumpy and so heavy. So if I show you now, so this is it. So we've had a go on this bit, a little bit of it's breaking up, but as you can see, all these big boulders just are not breaking up at all. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a makeshift raised bed quickly now, get that in, fill it up with the compost down there. I'm not going to sieve it or anything like that, it's just going to go straight in, and then we're going to plant our onions here, just because the onions really need to go in now, and this stuff's just a nightmare. So what I'll do is I'll do that here, and then over the next couple of weeks I'm going to look at tearing this off now. I'm going to do it over the summer. I'm fed up of trying to dig it and everything like that, so I'm going to do that now. And then this side we're ready to plant. We've got stuff in the house planted up, ready to go in, so that just needs to germinate, and while I get that out here then. So yeah, I'll make a raised bed and I'll show you what it looks like. Okay guys, here's the raised bed I've just built quickly. Like I said, this one's going to be a makeshift one, so once the onions are done, I'll move it and make it straight and all that sort of stuff. But that's it now. But I just want to show you a little issue we have with slugs and snails. Just turned the wheelbarrow over, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 in the wheelbarrow on its own. And next to that then we've got another one, some more slugs, hell of a lot of slugs and snails, even more again. I don't know why you can see these. If I just count them quickly, 1, 14, we're up to 14 so far, 15, 16, 17, here you go. This is how bad our slugs and snail problem is. It's horrendous. That's just from a few bits of wood, just from the composter, the open air composter. So it's horrendous. So I'm going to pick these up later, and we'll get rid of them. But it's horrendous, absolutely horrendous. If anyone's got any ideas or any more suggestions rather than pellets, I'm well and truly open to it. Beer traps seemed to work last year, so I'll get back on them again once I know we're not going to have any rain. But it's just absolutely horrendous, the little buggers. But yeah, I'll fill that bed now. I'll show you in a minute. Okay folks, we filled it up and we've planted the onions. So this whole bed is just full of onions. Now the compost was still soaking, absolutely sopping wet, so I haven't watered it. I'm just going to leave it now. Hopefully the birds will leave it alone. But what we're going to do now is, next time we're down, we're not down tomorrow because we're going walking at Penavan. It's a mountain in the Brecon Beacons, so I won't be down tomorrow. But we're going to build another bed here. We'll tear this bit off so it'll be slightly down a bit, I suppose. And what we're going to do is we'll have enough of a walkway to get the wheelbarrow through, but then it'll be the next bed and we'll finish the onions and some garlic in there then. Like I said, this stuff is unbelievably rock solid. It's just, you can't, it just doesn't break up. I can't even squeeze it. It's just rock solid, so there's just no point in trying to dig this over anymore. It's horrendous. So I'm going to do a bit of research. I know someone suggested, with the raised bed, a layer of cardboard and then the soil to stop the slugs coming up. But what I'm thinking is, because the coffee is a deterrent for the slugs, I might put a layer of that, then the cardboard, and see what happens, or cardboard then the layer of coffee, just to add extra thing. And someone else has suggested putting copper, I think it was copper, around the pots and beds and things, and that should stop them. So what we'll do is we'll have a little look at that, and we'll get some, end up getting some copper to go around the beds as well. But the ones I build next time will be the more permanent ones, so we're going to have a look at this properly then and start building them. Give you a little plot update. So obviously that's that bed there. This bit will sort out next time with all the raised beds. We've still got a bit of wood to use, so that's fine. We started using that compost, which is great. That bed still hasn't been filled. Like I said, that's just too wet. But the strawberries are coming on lovely now. So they're doing alright. Raspberries, they're still growing, and so is the gooseberry. I'll tell you what I did want to show you is the fig tree. Now, where are they? Last time I was down here, I showed you these little round things which weren't very clear. Now, I can't remember who it was, sorry about that, but they said they're going to be the figs basically. So that is coming on absolutely amazing, and the tree is still in growth, which is great. So hopefully, you never know, we might get some figs this year, which will be awesome. Composters, nothing going on with them. Still nothing in these beds here where we planted the broad beans and the beetroot, so we're still waiting on them to come through. Now, as you can see, because it's quite clayey, the soil, it's alright actually, it's not too bad. Underneath, if you scratch down, it is really wet, so that's fine, that's not a problem. We don't need to water that at all, so that's great. We still need to clear this bit here. These strawberries are all doing fine, and a lot of them are putting on flowers now, which is amazing. We've had a few bees about today, which is also good, so they're doing fine. The odd onions and potatoes, not much has changed with them. And this bed we still haven't planted anything. We've got the peas, pumpkins and things like that in the house ready to go in here. The rhubarb is doing great, apart from this one. We're going to have a little look at this one to find out what's eating it, just because I can't see anything on it, so we'll have a little look at that. I'm going to use, I've used it in the past, a bit of washing up liquid in a squirty bottle, a spray bottle, works wonders for pests and things, so we'll use that. I don't mind using that at all. But these are just going crazy now. It's unbelievable, as you can see in there. The growth. It's just lovely, loving it, loving life, which is good. So we should have some good rhubarb. This raspberry plant has started putting on growth as well. Now we have had, when I first got the plot, I bought some asparagus seeds and I think, so this is the 3rd year roughly, and I think that there is the asparagus. We need to de-weed this really soon now. As you can see, there you go. I don't know how well you can see that, but these things here are asparagus, so they're coming up lovely now. So we'll get in and de-weed this shortly, get that going. Potato update, we bought some more buckets. There's a B&Q near us, there's 2 actually, but the one is closing down, so they had these buckets 80p each, so we bought 10 of them. So we'll put some holes in these ones and we'll start planting up some more potatoes probably next week now. The coffee potatoes, there's a little bit of action, not much though, just there. There's not much going on with them really, so I'm not sure what to do. I'm going to leave them, but we'll see what happens. There's another raspberry plant. Now these ones on the other hand are loving life. There's a lot of foliage coming, so next week now we'll probably end up adding more compost to these. So all these are doing great. Ones with and ones without are all coming up, so that's great. Shed is finally done. If I take you in, so we've got all our tools, all the ones we use mainly, all on the wall here, just because it's easier and they're easier to hand really. So we've got all them on there. We don't keep anything of value in here whatsoever, so like I said, if it's only tools really, which is fine. The drawers, whoop, I'm silly. So we've just got all the bits and bobs, stuff we hardly use. And then in this one we've got our sweets and food drawer, and the bottom one is just pots and trays. So I'm going to empty that greenhouse we've got, or I suppose greenhouse. We're going to empty this next week now with all the pots. We'll start sticking stuff in there to grow. This we've almost emptied, it's just rubbish in there, so we need to bring some more bags. We filled up one, we need to bring some more bags for that now, and that'll eventually go in there I think. These strawberries in this basket are doing great as well. These I bought last year. That's the variety, 79p, and I bought them. They were basically sort of the end of the season and that, and they were a bit straggly, so I bought them on offer, and they're doing fine. The ones in this one doesn't look like they survived, which is fine, so we can plant more up in there. But that's it really guys, plot's coming along. Water butt on the end is filling up nicely as well. Hi guys, we're at the house now. I just wanted to give you a quick update on the plants that we've started in here. So the tomatoes, there's no sign of them as yet, which is fine. The peas, I think these ones are the peas. Yeah, the peas, alderman, are flying up, so they're doing good. We're meant to have sort of cold spell next week, so I might pot them up and leave them in the house until after next week. The runner beans, they've just started coming as well, which is great. The pumpkins, I think, I don't know if you can see that well, that looks like it to be a pumpkin. The butternut squash, there's nothing coming up as yet. We've still got, sorry about the mess guys, we've still got the potatoes. They're chitting away, they really need to go in, which we might do next week. The avocado that we did, let's have a little look. There's still nothing there. I'm not sure what to do about that. Nothing seems to be happening with it at all. Has anyone got any advice? Nothing at all happening with that. And the comfrey, nothing happening with that as well, which is fine. So that needs watering as well. So it's not doing too bad. That's it for this week. It hasn't been much of an episode, unfortunately. We've only been down here the one day, like I said. And it's just been more annoying than anything with the soil on the one side of the plot. If anyone's got any suggestions or comments or anything like that about it, please let me know. And thanks for watching guys. Bye.